what a man may find if he was to reflect on his life is that he has a tendency to always be on the go. And this may mean that he is a workaholic, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the case. He could simply be always doing things. So he could either be working or seeing friends or exercising or traveling to different places. But either way, he will pretty much always be on the go. And so although he will be a human being, he will be more like a human doing. And when it comes to going to sleep at night, this could be a challenge. He could often be in a place of total restlessness, and so his mind will be all over the place and he will be very agitated, and so it will be hard for him to simply surrender. And if he was to go on holiday, he could simply find that once again he is thinking about what he should have done before, what he will do when he gets back, and his trip could be filled with activities and he could be learning things through podcasts, so he won't be able to truly surrender. And if he is able to just be and relax, it could be because he has had something to drink, and so this will be an artificially induced state, and this whole system won't really be relaxed. And although this will be having a big effect on him, so he won't be able to ever fully recharge because he will constantly be on the move, he could believe that this is the best way to live. So he could say that life is too short to be sitting around and that life has to be embraced because he will only get one life. So he will have all these justifications that back up behaving in this way. And there could be moments when he is totally exhausted and he might not be able to get out of bed. But as soon as he is back on his feet, he could just carry on as normal, and so his behavior won't change. Now, as he is a human being, and he will need to recharge, living in this way is not truly going to be serving him, because he will need to have moments when he just lets go and he is able to receive the nutrients that he needs, as opposed to always being in this very masculine mode of doing and giving. He will need to be able to just be, to relax, because of course if he doesn't, then there could come a point in time when he will have a breakdown and he won't be able to live in this way anymore. And if he was to reflect on his childhood years, what he may see is that this was a time when he had a father who was physically and verbally abusive. So instead of having a father who was there to protect him, to keep him safe and to provide him with the guidance that he needed, this would have been someone who greatly undermined him. And so at this stage of his life, he would not have been able to be in his feminine, to just be, to be a human being. He would have had to have gone into his masculine and to be in self-protection mode. So being on edge and having his guard up would have been a way for him to try to stop his father from harming him. And although this wouldn't have truly worked, it would have given him a sense of control and perhaps allowed him to evade some of the attacks. So many years will have passed since this stage of his life, but like then, his sympathetic nervous system will generally be activated and he won't be able to relax. Because deep down, if he does relax, he will feel very exposed, very vulnerable, and so he will need to always be on the go. Because if he doesn't, then it will be as though his life will come to an end. And so even though as an adult he can justify being this way and he can have all these beliefs that are simply keeping this trauma at bay, the truth is that he will always be on the go, because this will be a way for him to survive. So if you're a man and you can relate to this, you can see that you are practically always on the go and you no longer want to live in this way, and you can see that you experienced some serious trauma as a child, then it might be necessary for you to reach out for external support so that you can start to settle your nervous system down and to work through your emotional wounds. Because unless your nervous system changes and your emotional body changes, simply playing around with your mind is unlikely to allow you to truly relax. Because even if your mind is settled, the rest of your being will still be in this mode where you feel as though you are under attack and your life is at risk. So if you can relate to this, please reach out for the assistance that you need to gradually change your life. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.